Welcome to Roadtrip Roulette, a travel podcast with your hosts, Juliet
and Kevin. We're two friends here to serve as your tour guides on a virtual visit to a randomly selected U.S. town. We're going to bring you the local stories that you didn't think you'd care about and highlight the small town silliness that we all know is just beneath the surface.
Join us as we explore America one town at a time to discover the little things that make it great and sometimes not so great. Buckle up, we're about to start the show. Hello, Road Trip Roulette listeners.
Hi, guys.
Whoa, do we have a treat for you today?
Oh boy, get ready.
So, we've decided to release this thing we have recorded as sort of a bonus episode because it kind of goes out of the norm of our traditional episode structure, but it's a bit of a time capsule and also fun.
It's fun, it's a curiosity.
Yes.
And it's actually something I think we want to explore more in the future.
Absolutely.
And it's because this worked out. But, as Juliet will describe, the editing on this episode was key to its success and why we're going to share it with you.
Right. So, this was our very first town and our very first recorded episode.
Mm-hmm.
And so Kevin, once we picked our town, did some research online, and this is one of the towns, and this happens a lot, where boy howdy was there nothing to be found.
Yeah, just a few roads, no businesses.
Yeah. So Kevin, though, was able to find reference to this town in a Facebook post by a woman who we're going to talk to, and that's what this recording is of, our conversation with Christy Gingles.
Hi, Christy.
So we had a nice long conversation with Christy, and we've edited that down to something more digestible.
Yes.
So Christy was awesome. She had a lot to share about the history of this area and this town, and we talked to her for something like 45 minutes.
Yeah, and she's still the star of this episode.
Oh yeah, Christy's great. So, but we cut it down, and we reference a little bit at the end how involved our conversation became with her because she was very excited to share information about this area. We really appreciated her time, but the conversation went on for a while, so we cut that a little bit for you.
Yeah, want to just jump right into it?
Yeah, so here's our conversation with Christy Gingles.
Yep, first episode.
Here it is. You can see how we've evolved.
Not at all.
Hello and welcome to Road Trip Roulette. I am Juliet.
Hey, I'm Kevin.
And this is the first episode of our podcast, and we're excited about it.
Welcome to it.
Yay! So, this podcast is going to be me and Kevin exploring a town in the United States, one episode at a time, and the town's going to be completely randomly chosen. So we're going to know nothing about it until it pops up.
That's right, Juliet.
So I think this will be really fun. We're both super excited to try it. And with that, let's try our first town.
Yeah. So how this is going to work is we actually had a friend of ours write down a randomly selected town. I have a whole really convoluted way of picking it right now.
It's super elaborate and very effective.
Yes. So we don't know at all what town or state we're going to be talking about. So here we go. This is our first town. And it's going to be... What?
Gingles? Gingles, Wisconsin.
Gingles, Wisconsin.
So it's either Gingles or Jingles. It's with a G. We'll spell it. Gingles. Gingles, Wisconsin.
It's got to be Jingles.
Are you sure?
No, but I'm willing to wager that it's Jingles.
Well, we're going to find out soon enough. That might be a thing we need to call someone in the town to really get to the heart of.
Yeah, I need to know more about Gingles immediately.
I need to know where that name comes from.
Have you ever been to Wisconsin?
I've never been to Wisconsin.
Oh.
This is new territory for me.
I have been to Madison. I have been to the areas west and southwest of Madison. I've driven there came through Iowa. Really cool state.
Yeah.
Jingles, maybe I've been there and I didn't even know it. Let's get to know Jingles.
All right, here we are back, ready to talk about Gingles?
Jingles.
Wisconsin.
Jingles. I'm pretty sure. We do not have any confirmation on how it's said.
None whatsoever.
But we did find something interesting. So any moment now, we're going to get a phone call from a woman who claims to...
As if she would make this up.
to be the descendant of the founder of the town of Gingles.
And this town we really couldn't find a thing on. So we're hoping will illuminate us about this place. At the very least, she'll let us know how it's pronounced.
Yes. So her last name is actually Gingles. Her name is Christy Gingles. Jingles.
Or Jingles.
We are...
Again, we're about to find out.
Yes. It's a very small town. Not a lot of people live there.
Right. There's no business to speak of, which is why we had nothing to research.
Right.
So Kevin's internet sleuthing got us this fine connection.
Like I said, we couldn't find anything, so we just didn't research much.
So we're hoping this woman, who we believe does not live in the town, will give us nothing but wealth of information about its history and
correct.
Just fascinating stories about the trials and tribulations of Gingles.
I found her through, I did a Google search for the town of Jingles, and then I found a posting of Facebook from years ago from this woman writing in some weird historical group for Wisconsin that her great-grandfather or something to that effect was, in fact, the founder of Gingles. Whatever it is. All right. Hello, Christy?
Hi, Kevin.
How are you?
I'm hanging in. It's been a rough day. How are you?
Oh, no. Oh, I'm fantastic. You're here with Juliet also.
Hi, Christy. This is Juliet.
Hi, Juliet.
Well, thank you so much for doing this with us. We're so excited to talk to you.
Oh, thank you.
Can we jump right into the topic at hand?
Sure.
Yeah, our very first question is, how do you pronounce the name of the town and your last name? Because we've had a debate about it.
Jingles with a G. Like Jingle Bells.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
That settles a few things.
Do people mispronounce it often?
Oh, yes. It's been pronounced Gingles, Ginglese, Gingles, and every now and again somebody will get it right, and I just about fall over. What I did discover about it is that the name itself, I went back and found it in 1300, about there, and it's actually Scottish, means the son of the one who speaks English.
Interesting.
I know, I was floored.
So one of your Scottish relatives founded the town that we're talking about today.
Well, actually, my great-grandfather, Alexander Gingles, immigrated from Ireland, and as far as I know from speaking with my great-aunt, his daughter, he was born and raised in Ireland. I don't know anything about his family, his parents, and his life before he came here. But he came here in late 1800s and became a citizen. He renounced his fidelity and allegiance to Queen Victoria on the second day of May, 1899.
Wow, Victoria was still in there?
I guess she was.
She lasted a while.
Yeah, went from Victoria to McKinley.
Right. So do you know how your great-grandfather came to have a town named after him? Was he a prominent figure in the area?
Well, first of all, he was a dairy farmer, and he became a county supervisor and worked on the county board, trying to get recognition for the Chequamegon Bay. That's how you pronounce it, by the way, Chequamegon Bay.
Chequamegon. I was going to ask about that.
And working toward getting recognition for that area as an agricultural, industrial, and educational center. And in 1907, when a choice had to be made by the county board in the selection of a route for the northern half of the county highway system, Mr. Jingles fought hard for the inclusion of Beezer, which is an avenue. And I know Beezer is hysterical. I always used to say, what the heck? Why would somebody name anything Beezer?
I love it.
Yeah.
Actually, a little aside, that's what Barbara Streisand's husband calls her as a nickname. Isn't that hysterical?
That is.
Wow, maybe they took a trip to...
Jingles.
Wouldn't that be a riot? Anyway, to include the Caesar and the cemetery Sanborn Avenue roads, and Sanborn Avenue is the same as Highway 13, or 113. His reasoning was based on the highly populated and traveled roads, and eventually, due to his work along with his neighbors, the roads became part of the county system. He also realized the need for improving the county rural school system, and as a county official, he continued to work toward those goals. So eventually, a petition was drawn up, circulated, and signed to divide the town of Sanborn east and west for presentation at the spring meeting of the county board in 1924. But before that actually took place, my great-grandfather became ill, and then later, on May 14th, 1924, at the spring meeting of the county board, the board chairman read the following order of the court, creating the town of Gingles, dated this 22nd day of March, 1924.
So had your great-grandfather died by the time they named the town after him, or was he still at that time just ill and unable to help?
If I remember correctly from my aunt, I think that he had died.
Well, I'm just glad they didn't name the town Beezer.
Right.
I
think we all dodged a bullet there.
Christy, I need to know, are there any, town rivals, like the Gingles versus the Beezers, or something to that effect, like Hatfield and McCoy style?
Any drama, you mean?
Old
Right.
family rivals.
Any Jingles drama?
Not that I'm aware of, no. It's just a small rural township. We have kind of a pioneering family. We're not super well known, but we've made our mark on Wisconsin.
Right, you got a township. You got some aerial photos. Sounds like you guys are doing pretty good up there.
Yeah.
Is the township still dairy farms mostly?
What I see is just a lot of people who bought up the land
Uh-huh.
and have bought up the farms, and they're no longer productive.
Right.
And it's really kind of a shame.
Right, because it's just sitting there.
What is your favorite thing to do in town outside of the homestead? Like when you used to go there, was there like a ice cream stand or a hiking trail or anything like that in town?
We never really went anywhere. We all just hung out at home because there was enough to do. And when we were kids, my cousins and I were always in the back field exploring like the pigsty where they kept the pigs.
Of course.
Well, we just went exploring.
Right.
And playing and doing things. And, it was just cool. And then in the wintertime, my dad was actually, my good old pioneering dad. My dad was, I think, he was the second person in the state of Wisconsin state of Minnesota to purchase a Skidoo snowmobile when they first came out.
Whoa. Yeah.
He was the first person in the state of Wisconsin to ever register a snowmobile.
Oh, wow.
He actually had to have the state create the registration of snowmobiles based on him wanting to register his snowmobile.
The 20th century was a good time to be a jingle.
Well, what we used to do is and that was 1963? Were you guys even born yet?
Sorry, no.
I didn't think so.
We're children of the 80s.
Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah. Or fortunately.
Yeah.
Well, it makes me feel so old to now be talking about the 60s, and young people like you are just like, wow, the 60s.
My parents were alive then, and I know them pretty well. So
right, we got a connection. Well, thank you so much for talking to us. We don't want to keep you all night. We really appreciate all this great information. Well, we're just so happy to know how to pronounce it.
Yeah, that was certainly.
Well, the area is very beautiful. It's right off of the southern shore of Lake Superior, which played an important part in our family.
Right.
Yeah, I seem to know more about your family now than even my own family, so I appreciate all the knowledge.
But it all ties into because they all were raised and had a lifelong love of the area and the lifelong heartfelt tie to Gingles.
Right.
The town of Gingles, the town of Sanborn, the city of Ashland, and it all ties with our family.
Right.
And all of us cousins are, now we've become, seniors, but all of us cousins spent a lot of time there. And it still is a place that means a great deal to us.
Right. Well, it's a great story. Thank you so much. We learned a lot about Wisconsin even. This is all foreign to us, so we really appreciate your time. Thank you so much, Christy.
Yeah.
Well, this has been fun. I I really enjoyed
Oh,
it.
good.
Thanks so much.
Thanks.
All right, bye.
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 Well, she was very sweet. It was nice of her. Clearly, she enjoys the subject and talking about it. And that is way more information about Gingles, Wisconsin than the internet was able to provide. So
Yeah, I can't even begin to process everything we just learned about her family and
the history of the Jingles.
all I
in
have
America.
to say about that is, well, we asked for it.
We sure
And
did.
we got an earful about Jingles.
Oh, well, thanks, Christy.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought of a sign off. Okay. Safe travels, and don't tell them we sent you.
Okay.
Or just don't tell them we sent you.
Well, guys, it's the end of this episode of Roadtrip Roulette, and we thank you for listening.
Yep. Safe travels, and don't tell them we sent you. I think that's funny.